Since Nigeria Info put out that report that exposed to process cassava to get fufu, or to ferment cassava to get fufu, the idea, according to the farmers, is to get the cassava to soften as quickly as possible. Hence the reason for the detergent that was added to the cassava. And afterwards, they go on to pound and squeeze and do all they do to get fufu. And a lot of people purchase this. Now, let it be known that it is not targeted at any fufu in particular, or any area. Even though the report was done in the Che axis, this practice is something that's widely done in the country, not just in Rivers State. In the southwestern part of the country, it is also well done there, and it's a problem. All right. And there have been reports to also expose the same acts in those parts. Here in Rivers State, it was shocking. People didn't know about it. And so when it happened and then the report came out, it was everywhere trending, and still is trending, because the Rivers State Ministry of Agriculture has also now raised concerns after that report came out. And in a statement that was signed by the Director of Agriculture, Sunday Agada, the ministry now had warned farmers and agro-processors to desist from the act, saying it is harmful and poses serious health risk, which is very true. It could cause kidney failure, liver failure, and all of those things if you consume that thing and continuously consume it. Now, for many people, the fact that they consume it once and nothing has happened, then they think it's a lie. You know, it's something you do continually, and then someday in the future, the older you get, you don't understand why you're having certain ailments. Well, this could be one of those reasons. Might not be the only reason, but could be one of those reasons. But what's interesting here is the ministry has urged the public to report anyone engaging in this illegal practice, which brings us to my conversation for this morning. Three different questions I'm going to ask us, and I'd like to know what we think. The first one is, since that report came out, do you still purchase fufu? Has it affected you as a person who sells fufu? If you can't let us know. Do you still get patronage as much as you used to get, especially if you are from the HA axis? Because, or those of you who buy fufu, how do you now do it? Do you buy from other places? Or is there something that you look out for when you buy, if you still buy? All right. Then the final question would be, a number has been put out there by the Ministry of Agriculture, which I think is a great move, 0903 370 1806. Now, this number, the ministry says, if you see anyone who is fermenting cassava with detergent, call that number and report them. My next question is, are you reporting? Are people going to report those who do this? That's my next question. Are people going to report those people that use detergents to ferment cassava before they make fufu out of it? If you have the number, I'll call the number again several times on the show, so you don't have to worry. But would people report? That is the question. So I wouldn't want to waste too much time. It's to hear from you. Remember, since that report came out from Nigeria, do you still buy fufu? Do you still buy? Now, if you buy, where do you buy? How do you buy? Those people who manufacture this fufu in the HA axis and other parts, how is patronage like? Has it increased, or have people dropped their level of patronage? Those of you who buy, what do you now look out for? Do you ask questions? And importantly, the number 0903 3701 806 for the Ministry of Agriculture. If you see anyone fermenting cassava with detergent to make fufu, would you call that number and report them? Would people report? Would people really report? Let's find out what you think this morning. On Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On X, Nigeria Info PH. You can call 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0002. I was telling them in the morning, I had a video I did on YouTube, and I was explaining my point. It was on Facebook as well. Fantastic as this is, I'll tell you what I think afterwards. Let's first hear your thoughts. Tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and then respond to the question. Good morning. Hello. Okay, on to the next caller then. Hello, Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Isaiah George.
All right, Isaiah. Straight to the point. You heard the questions. So.
Yes, Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know whether the hardship in this country has led to this formation. And I want to also say that you can see that most of the problem that leads to our untimely death is being caused by host. Now the question there, who are the brainstormers that is behind that forecast or articulated and or attributed this form of chemicals? Who are the ones is it medical doctors or is it Apara or is it Muo? I don't know. We need to know who are the people who made these local producers to understand such chemical can be used. These are the questions because so many things are going wrong. The other day, you remember that the NAFDAC officers...
You haven't answered the questions we asked. So we'll make this much more interesting and informative. The question asked 3 questions.
I'm trying to tell you my area of interest. What is the problem? Who are the...
Well, that would be very difficult to find out the very first person that exposed people to it. But
you bring it out, and
do you still buy fufu? Do you still buy fufu after that report? Do you still buy?
Fufu is one food. My mother is an Igbo woman, so I grew up in even as I speak to you. I have farm in Igbo land where I normally go to my farm and do one or two things. I have not come in contact or heard this kind of things happening. So it amazes me coming to hear that people now use all sorts of chemicals. You see why we are dying silently in the land of the living, and most I will call witchcraft, will call people.
All right, Isaiah.
People, even Satan, even is tired of people calling him every now and then.
Thank you, Isaiah. Point noted. Remember that there are also things people used to get plantain to ripen, right? When they want it to ripen faster, there are also things that they do to force it to ripen faster than normal. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nigeria Info.
My name is Unity. I'm calling from Onega.
Okay.
Yes, you see, this information that comes to our station is not a new thing. Not only a year. After that information, I made my own inquiry. They say, yes, Fahoda. They said they use the soap to make sure that cassava ferment quick. That they don't use much. I say, I was shocked. I was interviewing a woman. They say, yes, say that they started more than, let's say, past 15 years. 16, 20 years. I was shocked. I said, I don't know. And I always eat fufu every day for almost 5 years today. I don't eat garri. Yesterday I bought fufu. They said it's not everybody that uses the soap to ferment
the cassava.
To ferment fufu. So that is the thing. So it's not the thing that will kill ourselves.
Okay, so you still buy fufu regularly. You don't really think you have no concerns.
Even as I'm talking with you now, I'm with fufu. Even when I go to Lagos, I'm with fufu. If I don't eat semo, I always look for semo and fufu. So that thing is not a big something that people will now kid ourselves. As I'm talking with you, other people are still using that. I ask them, why do you use that? They say some cassava doesn't ferment. But when you put that little quantity of soup, then it ferments. Then they process it and wash it well. So as it standing there, kidney this, kidney that, everybody kidney now that here could have, rotten, even omega.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Ifemi.
And please, I forgot to ask the last caller. The Ministry of has given out a number to call. So tell us, if you find anyone fermenting cassava with detergent, will you call the number and report them?
Definitely, I will do that, Mr. Ifemi. I will not talking for development. My name is Chima Dike. I'm one kind of person that you can predict because I'm a straightforward person.
You'd have to speak up, Chima. You're not loud enough.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said definitely I'm going to do that because I can be predictable because I'm a straightforward person. There's nothing I don't hide illegality. First of all, I must thank you because I know you actually brought this thing up. The man is me. I have stopped eating low too, and I have sent message to my loved ones that are far from me to stop eating low. Because the thing is one kind. You will be sick today. You don't know the sickness started since 10 years ago. I believe those women that are doing out of ignorance, but they will not tell me that they do not know that why they're calling it detergent is harmful to human health. And it me before now, I got an information that they also use detergent to boil eggs. That when you buy a boiled egg and you crack it open, that's most of those eggs that it doesn't come to the shell as you're peeling it. That's it as a result of detergent. Yes, I got it a long time ago and I stopped eating boiled egg on paper. Because when I feel that I think it's feeling gently. You understand? So, Mr. Femi, God is going to bless your station seriously. Thank you. I will still make my research. If I see, I will report. But also, I will not even go to the police and call the person and say, come and catch this woman. Because she's cleaning us gently.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will take a short commercial. When we come back, we'll take more calls and more messages on social media as well.
Stay with us.
Nigeria Info.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, conversation continues here on Nigeria Info. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. Well, since we put out that report on farmers using detergent to ferment cassava to produce fufu, well, the reactions have been endless, and the Ministry of Agriculture has come out to say, well, anybody that catches anybody fermenting cassava with detergent or bleach, call the number 0903 370-1806 and report that. Now, I asked how many people would report. Would you report if you catch? Well, Chima was the last caller before the commercial, and he says he will even go and call the police for that person. As much as we have to discourage the act, I think it's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity here for the government as well. Now, we have, I've said this countless times, the Western world, scientists, they invest a lot in research, and that's how they make what they make and we buy. The broiler chicken that we use, I don't think it was genetically crossbred or something. Yeah, the cassava stems, some of them have been genetically enhanced to perform better despite the weather or despite the soil. Fertilizers that we use were chemically done to see how we can improve the growth of crops, right? We have seedlings that are genetically enhanced so that they grow faster, survive in harsh conditions. All of these things are things that people have done scientifically to help improve the process of getting food for man. These women and what they did is also the same thing, but the difference now is they are not scientists, and so it becomes harmful. They did not do that in a lab. There was no test to look at. No, there was no empirical number to what was there. And most of the elements there could really be disastrous to the human body. But what if, just what if, the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Agriculture's research department decides to say, let us even get that particular, because in the video, the woman said there's a particular detergent they use, not all. There's a particular detergent. What stops the Ministry of Agriculture to say, okay, wait, there's a research department we have, get that particular detergent, take it to the lab, take a look at it, figure out what chemical elements are in there that are responsible for making this cassava soften within 3-4 days, because I'm pretty sure it is not all the elements that are in that detergent that does the job. It basically be my 1 or 2. Why not identify those ones, go to the lab and see what we can do scientifically to extract these things and make it safe for use. If the department succeeds in doing that, there's money to be made for government, and you would help these women do their job safer, because now you can tell them, hey, stop this. This is what is safer. This is what we have looked at in a controlled environment. We've worked on it. It's healthier. It's safer. You can use this and enhance the process of doing your work. The same way we have with stems and seedlings and even chickens and the rest of them, name it, etc., etc. Just saying. Is that something that the ministry can also look at? Because as much as we would like to stop this practice as quickly as possible, you would also agree with me that if we are being realistic, it would be very difficult, especially if those women are looking at how much they would make if they can meet the high demand. And one of them said, the one that we use, the normal water soak, takes longer, takes about a week plus. And there is demand. We have to go to the market because people are coming on market days on these days to get these things. So that's how they now, more and more of them are tilting towards the detergents because it's faster. They go to the market quicker, meet the demands, and then get their monies and go back again. Can we come in the middle and do something? Let's go back to the phone lines. Do you still buy fufu? Let us know. Do you still, when you buy, are you more careful? Where do you buy? Do you ask questions? Nigeria Info 0817-923-0007. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Akanto. I'm calling from Buru.
Go on.
Andrew, let me tell you, year four last, and thereabout, online you saw what they call Fufu Day competition.
that surrendered from Ogoniland. I was the organizer. So somebody ate 20 something, 50 something. It was online everywhere. I organized it, and it has been an annual event. And I want to tell you, my grandma from Akwa Ibom State are married to Ogoniland, Ghana. And children, or who is offspring to our parents from Akwa Ibom State, they like fufu anywhere in the world. So fufu has been our own habit. That's why I introduced that festival to have been an annual. I think I will invite you this year, Andrew, to come and have a first taste of a natural fufu. I eat fufu every week in my life. In my house, we do curry. I'm a devout farmer, but we do like now. Some of them are in my box. My wife put it in a big basin because we don't have so much stream now. Initially, we normally with my mother, I follow my mother to the stream. We'll now ferment it in the water. We'll keep it in the water for about 1 week. After 1 week, now we use basket and go and do this thing and filter it well from the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Fufu. But nowadays, let me tell you, don't use this detergent. Go to the market. When you get to the market,
Unfortunately, I think we're losing communication with you. We really can't hear what you're saying. I can't tell. Sorry, but we have to move on. We really can't hear you clearly towards the end, but we get the point you're trying to make at the start. Ken from Obimini, let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, if you hear me, Andrew.
Yes.
If you hear me, I believe that it is only here in my community that we don't have such case.
Are you sure?
I'm coming. Because we uproot one part of cassava for more than 2 times. But the case or the result of this late fermenting or fermentation is because of the cassava being left on the ground for more than 1 year. That is 12 months. I don't know if you are understanding me. If you are uprooting your cassava 8 months or 9 months, it will not have this issue. That is why I said that we don't have that case in my place. Then there are fufu business women who bought their cassavas outside my community. Some of them put beans, some put 6 inches nail, and some also add this detergent. I don't know if you are getting the differences there. Hello?
Go on.
So what I'm saying,
you said some people add nail.
Yes, 6 inches nail.
Okay.
Put it at the bottom of the drum. Or they add beans, few pieces of beans, not up to 10. Some also add detergent. I am talking about those who are commercializing the fufu, but those who are just like my wife and my family, we uproot the 8 months, 9 months cassava and ferment it only 4 days. It will ferment. But for those who need it quickly, they will go extra mile and apply all these items. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Leighton Barry from Bori, good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew.
All right, Leighton Barry, talk to us.
This is a very disheartening information that is going to the mindset of people, and you can see how that irritates somebody who realizes that all this while you'll be eating fufu and you don't know what you'll be eating in your stomach. This is poison to see for using detergents to ferment cassava. I think in our own case, in our own place, we are farmers and we know how we do these things. It is 5 days. You put it in water, either you take it to the stream or you have a big bucket, a big rubber bowl that you can store this and cover it for 5 days. It ferments within 5 days. But for people using shortcuts to say they want to use detergent, mostly what they use is clean. You can see how what is in clean, if that thing is taken to a lab to test, you see that it is a total poison to human health for using that. Even the egg that they boil, if you go and boil egg, They will still tell you how they use normal process. But if you see the egg, they
Oh, Leighton Barry, unfortunately, got interrupted by the service there. Anne from New Road. Hello, Anne.
Good morning.
All right, Danny, go ahead.
I've been waiting. I'm surprised that when after Eze came up, I think I supposed to.
Go on now.
I'm surprised people not took another call.
Hello.
I think for a long time now.
Hello.
I'm hearing you.
Go on.
Okay. In terms of this before, me, I'm afraid of somehow. I could remember when I was growing up, my mother brought us up with it. We'll have one small drum which will normally cook for. We don't filter it. What we normally do, once we soak it for like 4 or 5 days, we'll add it with one special rubber. I will cover it. We'll go there and arrange it and put it in a bag for some days, and from there we will now pan it in the mortar. Pan the first one and second one, that will normally pan it, and we'll not put it inside that. But I was so surprised when I heard this story about this story of this thing. I was so surprised. I'm telling you. So it's just shocking. Thank you.
So will you be reporting anyone you find using detergent, or ended the call swiftly? But I think what you're saying, Leighton Barry said it best. For those people who do it for just consumption in their houses, yeah, they might likely not even, you might not have any of these issues. The problem is for those people who commercialize it, those people who selling fufu has become their source of livelihood. They've made an empire, made a business out of it. Those are the people, because now those people are struggling with meeting demand and they don't have time to wait for the 1 week, 2 weeks. And so what can we do to speed up the process so it comes out faster so we can meet the demand? And that's where some of these practices now have been engaged, and, well, unhealthy practices, I must add. But, again, I would repeat, could this be something that the Ministry of Agriculture could take advantage of and look at? Because it was, if you look at the story of chicken and eggs, in the 50s, 40s, the demand was so high and something needed to be done. How people who were in the business, how can we be able to measure up and meet up with this demand? If we're going to go with how this chicken is, it wouldn't work. And that was how we have today, you have broiler. It was because of similar situations. The difference is some people invested money, did some research and tried to get a lasting solution that's healthy and safe. And I think same thing can be done with this fufu situation. And it's a great opportunity for researchers. If we have them in the country still involved in their work, now would be a good time to come up and dive into this. Favor Rumekini, good morning. Let's go to Okrika. Muriel, good morning to you.
Hi, Femi, good morning.
Yeah.
Femi, I want to look at it this way. Is this a criminal act? These people, have they committed a crime? So if they have committed a crime, just like those people that produce fake medications and fake drinks, and NAFDAC is going about clamping down and looking for them, should we be looking for these people? Now, it is so easy to know where they are. This is a very serious crime. I believe everybody knows the cost of medication. Yet when you go to the market now, you will see people. Sometimes when I go to the market, I wonder, big bags of fufu. I say, how are these people producing it? There is a time, sometimes I even see granite, big bags of fried granite. I said, these people doing it so fast. The labor must be so much. But I saw another video, how a person uses chemical to just do granite. It is gone. And I've always doubted. I am not a fufu. I don't reject fufu, but I can go a year without eating it. But if I want to, I do. And as much as I can, I go for this natural food. That's why when people say gari, all those semovita, for me, as long as it comes in a sachet, I swallow all those things. I don't really want it, and I keep my family away from it. But should we be looking for these people? And they are still doing it. And as they say, it's not a crime find a particular kind of detergent, a particular kind of, what are they talking about? Those people that are producing these fake drinks, do you know that they can rationalize it and tell you that maybe just the environment, but we get this thing from here and here. Please, we should not rationalize it. And is this a crime? Should we be talking about clamping down on these people that are committing this crime? Because it's still going on. And people are consuming it. Someone is saying he cannot do without it. He will eat it. Do you know the cost of treating your self-medication when it comes? Some people cannot, they're just in the house, home, helpless. Hospitals have discharged them because they can't pay. Did you know? Kidney. So I think we should be talking about clamping down, looking for these people and bringing them. All right. Let the law take its course. Because these people are committing murder.
Okay. God's Power in Rumudara. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, God's Power. Go on, please.
Yes, my name is Ayuba God's Power. Andrew, before we start reporting those people that are producing this poison for the public, we as consumers, we should first apply caution. Andrew, if you see this fufu that is being made in this manner, you will know. Especially that flat one, Andrew. There was a day, because I don't normally like it, there was a day they bought it, and the moment I touched it, I saw that this thing was not properly done, Andrew. I'm telling you, so we as consumers, we should at all times understand what we are eating. There are these round ones. When the moment you see a fufu that is properly done, you will know. So first, as consumers, before we will, because it is only the person that is alive that can report this barbaric act.
All right.
So we should apply caution at all times.
All right, thank you. And let's take a Wagu from Ichie. Good morning.
Good morning. Is it me? I am calling from OK.
All right, quickly, let's hear you.
Yes. This thing has been going on, but I'm a regular eater of surgery because I have ulcer. Let me give you one thing to know, the one that is fermented with detergent. If you have those who buy it in quantity, open one. Take small from anyone that is wrapped. Smell it very well. You will perceive the odor. Even though in a chair we don't patronize smelling anything you want to eat nearer to your nose. But those ones who sell them, bring out one and smell it. You will perceive the odor. No matter how they do it, you will smell it. Secondly, those who ferment it and it is not well fermented, they have the right. They have the right to go and grind it again.
Wagu, we have to wrap it up here. Please, all of those in that act, desist.
Pastor Linda Okocha hosts this Friday, 28th February 2025 at